YouTube? LazeeLlama here, and here we are back with some Plantera. And we made a bunch of gold. As you can see, we made 2,700. Just a heads up, this is recording is after my actual voice is recording after my audio did not record, so I've got to kind of speak this the voiceover of this, which kind of sucks, but we kind of just get going to just obviously collecting a ton of stuff. You can see we've got 3 grand, which is kind of cool. We go for the quick land expansions because I felt like it was good. I wasn't quite sure what was going on at this point, but it looks like it actually expands on both sides. I was really confused how it worked, so I was actually checking there to see if I could click on the other side as well, but you couldn't quite do that. You can see we're level 9. We're basically trying to level up and upgrade everything still, as we kind of got these apple trees, which are basically doing nothing for us. Trying to defend against the foxes and whatnot. So at this point, I'm like, you know what? Let's get a dog and defend against these things. So we go in here to check out exactly what they did. Grab ourselves a dog. And the next one cost 2 grand, which is pretty pricey, but I did want to get more than one. But anyways, we kind of just get going and start filling in the rest of the farm as it's kind of necessary to, keep making money, is to have a ton of farmland. I realized that I paid an extreme amount for the pumpkins, and I'm like, all right, that's not worth that. So we backed off the idea of getting all of those, and I was at this point kind of talking about that you probably don't want everything highest tier, and probably until super late game when you have all the upgrades, not all the upgrades, but basically when you're already maxing out your farm, because they get super expensive. You probably want to keep a lot of your lower stuff and slowly replace, and some of it don't even replace because I'm going to reach the next level of that tier to be able to buy the next tier, basically. So I'll be able to, for example, I can reach level 12 on the sooner side, so why buy more, a ton more of the other stuff, although the chickens and stuff are pretty cheap. I was here realizing that I could have 6 things because I expanded my land. I was confused to why I couldn't get any farther, and I didn't notice till I wasn't recording my voice till about halfway through the video, which kind of stinks. So I just kind of continued defending the farm from the dogs, and you'll hear the dogs start barking, scaring people off all the time. Trying to click as much as I possibly can is this just takes forever to keep up with. There's so much clicking to do. You need more little blue guys running around, but you don't seem to get them till you expand your land a lot. So I don't know. I was having a rough time with that because a lot of my stuff would just sit on the ground as the episode went on, and it would never get picked up. So that was a problem. It was definitely a problem trying to deal with that. And then we've got, I was checking out the upgrades, the alarm clock, and seeing what this does, and I was talking, I need this. I think next episode we're going to really aim for that, because a better multiplier would be crazy. Permanent one. Reached level 10, which is pretty sweet. Got the tomato plants, which I didn't quite know what they were. I didn't really read what they were, but I didn't read that it said tomato there, so I was mentioning that, but tomato plants are good. You can see the the fox came in. The dog was scaring him off. But we definitely want to get the tomato plants in as soon as possible. And I was also realizing I probably shouldn't have filled in the rest of the farm with the blueberry plants when I was getting the tomato ones so soon. But getting the blueberry ones out of there will be good, as the tomato ones produce much more and are actually cheaper to buy currently because they're how cheap they are. How little of them we have, I should say. This game seems like it's going to be on the shorter side, which is cool. I'd like to finish it, but I'm only going to do it if it's something you guys are actually into. So definitely let me know. Still defending from those birds. Definitely need more scarecrows. It's kind of what I'm thinking. I thought you could buy one for in the middle of everything, but later on you'll see that I can't when I go try to buy more. The little dog looks so adorable walking around. So adorable. But just again, at this point, we're just absolutely spam clicking for everything. I also hate recording like this, by the way. We will not have this happen again. There's no way to go back to an old save file on this, though. So at this point, you can see I'm actually replacing some of the blueberry plants, getting the tomato plants in there, as that's, definitely necessary. Defending. As I go to try to upgrade them, just clicking everything off of them. So destroy the rest of them. Replace one, and then you can see how expensive they got after that. I didn't notice there. I think they made double every time. It's at least close to double. It's not actually double. There's no way it'd be double because it started at 80, but it's got to be relatively close to double as it gets higher. It goes up by a lot. Stupid birds coming in. Still being annoying. The dog scared something off over there before it even entered the map. The problem is the dog can only be so much at once, so when you have a huge map, it gets rough. It definitely gets rough. Spotting those birds like instantly. The butterflies didn't seem too important to click. They only give like 1 to 3 still, which I mean is pretty much what everything else gives, but they were not a big focus of mine. You see the bird coming in, flying in out of nowhere. I was thinking about replacing pumpkins here, but it's like, they're so expensive. This part, I had no clue. Who is this guy? I still have no idea who this is. Who is that? Like, I was freaking out. Like, I had no clue what it was. It just came strolling by. It's some jouster or something. And around this point, I actually noticed the video wasn't recording. So, I figured I'd just keep going and do a complete voiceover rather than doing half and half or something. So, that's why I'm still here chatting with you guys. But, yeah, I'm still curious. Who is that? Someone tell me who that is. Like, he comes in out of nowhere. Like, oh, man. But, anyways, we're almost level 11, which is pretty nice. Will give us a new tree of some sorts, which is pretty awesome to have. I mean, more trees the better. I heard the fox make a noise, and the dog just was off that side. There's level 11, and you can see that we got some orange-looking plants that are actually orange trees. So there you go. See, they're bringing in 3. So trying to get these apple trees out of the way. It's like my big goal right now is to place the apple ones, because the apples are still giving 1. Anything that gives 1, I'm trying to get off the map. That was like my goal. But they're very expensive, and whatnot. But it seems like we're flying through the game relatively fast. Like, I'm really expecting it to end like on the sooner than later side. You can see like the max level for stuff is, you know, on this one it's like 17. I saw one was like 19. I think that's it. I think 19 was like the last level. It's like, what do you do if you max out your the game? Like, I don't know. I'm excited to find out. And you guys don't have to tell me. I mean, I'm not like asking you guys. I'm just stating like, what do you do? Like, is there a type of like resetting, or I don't know. But we'll find out as we play. Again, I don't expect the game to be very long by any means. At this rate, it seems like we'll probably get only a couple more episodes out of it anyways. But last episode, you guys went crazy on. I was so surprised. I was not expecting this game to do what it did. Did really well. You guys seem to love it. So I will keep playing it as long as you guys keep showing support. And again, I think we'll beat it on the sooner side. I've noticed 2 birds actually fly away with fruit. I didn't notice while I was playing. There's not tons you can do. He was even close to the scarecrow. Seems like sometimes the scarecrow doesn't actually scare him away. So you have that as a problem sometimes. But you see, we're really grinding out till level 12. We're already halfway there. It happens so fast. I definitely want to get a lot of land expansion as well as that like money multiplier, because that'll be really useful. That'll just give us double income. So I mean, that sounds pretty amazing. So here's where I go for the second scarecrow, and there's only one other spot there, and then I go back to buy another one and realize that, oh, I guess I couldn't. But I saw it there in the recording there that you can only have 1 more, so I don't know. But not a big deal. Just kind of hope they scare enough away. I saw one bird start going down and go away. I don't think it'll cover near the whole field, but if we expand a little bit more, maybe it will. It doesn't look like there's a limit on dogs. It looks like we have as many dogs as you want, which is kind of cool. I feel like if we want 1 more expansion, we'd be able to get 1 more scarecrow on each side. I feel like the size I expanded to is an odd size. I expanded twice. I feel like if you expanded 4 times, it would have given me more scarecrow spots on each side, which may cover the whole field. But I still feel like things will land in the middle there and steal stuff. But and then here he is again. Like, dude, seriously, he's like literally just a jouster. He's like here just jousting through my farm, not harming anything, just gives me gold when I click him. You see, we got a bunch of money. And all this stuff on the ground. This is what I'm talking about. There's just so much stuff laying on the ground not getting picked up. Decided to grab the second dog. Figured it would be a good time to do that. As we're getting really close to level 12. I had a bunch of money. Just figured I'd scare the fox away, even though the dog was coming. Definitely don't want the animals to die. The moles seem to give out quite a bit. I feel like they're worth cooking. for sure. I mean, I think everything's worth clicking because it's all gonna pay out, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. At this point, I go over and delete the tree. A little early. I wasn't really thinking. For some reason, I thought I had more money. I don't know why, but it's like okay, it's okay. We'll hold out and fix that tree here in a minute. I'm just kind of like spam clicking to make sure I had enough. But everything like, needs to be planted. All my guys aren't doing anything. They can't even pick up everything. That's just dropping off the trees. They're having such a hard time. Like I've got to do all the pickup work too. I mean, it's a clicker game. I mean, it's fun. It's a fun game. It just you definitely need more people. It seems. But there's level 12, so we unlocked a sheep, which is pretty sweet. That actually is on 9, and I went to check what it did compared to the pig, and I was a little confused here. That it's like whatever the pig like, eats, it looks like, or something. It gives different amount, but it was a little confusing. But definitely the sheep seems better. But we'll go ahead and replace chicken here. Pick one of them out of here and throw in a good old sheep. And yeah, that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed. If so, please smack the like button. As always, I will catch you in the next one. Peace.